this is Louis D. Fresh bringing it to you on a Friday afternoon. And I'll tell you why I'm doing this on Friday afternoon. How about that orchid behind me, huh? Looking nice. Anyway, what we're going to be talking about today is I don't give my turtles enough love on this channel. I normally, again, talk about fish and different aspects of the fish. And obviously college is a different thing, but I don't talk enough about my turtles. So I'm gonna do a 3-part series. And of course my dog is gonna start to eat now because I'm not paying attention to her. So if you hear any crunching, that's my dog. Anyway, the 3-part series, we're gonna do the yellow-bellied slider, 1. 2, a red-eared slider, and 3, I looked on my archives. I know I spoke about Bowser as Bowser, but I didn't speak about his species, which is the musk turtle. In essence, it would be a species Sunday, but I'm gonna leave that just for fish. But these are a 3-part series: yellow-bellied, red-eared slider, and a musk turtle. So let's go right into it. I'm gonna try to keep this as brief as possible because I know I say that, but it's true. Because I know people's attention span is not the best in the world, including mine. Yellow-bellied slider. These are not my turtles. I only have one yellow-bellied slider, but those are ones that I grabbed from the internet. You see that it indeed is a slider because it can slide right off these logs and what have you. And they do definitely like to bunch up like that. And you see that is a perfect example of a yellow-bellied slider. And look how big they indeed do get. So that's a yellow-bellied slider. We're going to be talking about little basic things about them. I mean, you could talk on and on and on and on. But this yellow-bellied slider, what they need in terms of their housing, where they're gonna live, an ideal tank. Ideally, you don't want a tank, you want a pond for them. Being honest and realistic. But the truth is, most people don't have ponds and they don't have areas such as that. So this is a best thing right now for people keeping them indoors is a tank. Ideally, each adult should have a 75-gallon to 100-gallon tank. Ideally, one yellow-bellied slider per 100 gallons. That is what a 100-gallon tank looks like. I have a 75-gallon and it's for 3. Yes, it is overcrowded. Yes, I am aware of that. And they should also provide a basking dock. In other words, where they're going to get the rays from the sun or from your lamp. And a clean water or filtration is definitely needed. And you'll see, and I'll try to remember to show it to you. I have 2 of these docks, and I have 2 clear docks where my 3 turtles can hang out on. And so that is what a basking dock is. Again, for the house, ideally 100-gallon tank. Ideally, you should have a couple of these basking docks in the housing unit for your yellow-bellied slider. Next, as weird as it sounds, because if you're not familiar with turtles, the light is critically important. You do have a UVB and UVA rays, which are lamps that imitate unfiltered sunlight. If outdoors, like mine are, no supplemental light is needed. You will see this only with my musk turtle, which is Bowser. And I'll re-show that to you when I get to part 3 of my series. You will see these lamps. Again, they have these deep domes for these type of lights, which are the UVB lights, which really are the growing lights for what do you call that, for plants. So UVB, and they need that deeper dish dome. And then you will have the UVA light, which is really the heating lamp, which imitates the strength, the sun, the heat of the sun. So you definitely need both if you are not keeping them outdoors. Speaking of heat, the yellow-bellied sliders are cold-blooded, so they will soak up the sun's warm rays. So that is really, really important. And honestly, I really didn't know that until I started keeping them 11 years ago. And yes, they do need the sun's warm rays. They do need a 60 to 100 watt heating bulb so the basking spot can reach 88 to near 90 degrees. That is a larger basking spot. And my musk turtle has a 50 watt bulb since it is a smaller tank. But they definitely need a really warm basking light, that sort of like one of these things to keep it really warm, because they definitely need that warmth for their body. And the water itself needs to be at a constant 75 to 80 degrees. A water may be heated, the water may need to be heated. A water heater, I meant to put heater, I spelled it incorrectly. A water heater may be needed. I put one into this larger tank. I have it. I haven't opened up the box yet. But once November comes around, you will see me with that heater in there. And if I remember, I will try to show you that heater, because the water does need to be a constant 75 to 80, and that is the point of the heater, especially for me in this in my 75-gallon tank. So all these things are essential to keep your yellow-bellied slider alive and healthy. Now that we've covered the light and the heat and the housing, what are you going to feed your turtle? Normally it does take an animal and plant-based diets. The commercial pellet foods are the proper diet base, and that is the proper diet base right there. I use this one particularly. I meant to take it out and show it to you, but this is a good picture anyway. I do use this. I get the large container like this, and I throw in a bunch of pellets, literally like a handful. Well, not a handful, a couple of pinches. And it really is important to do that. Truth, I do not feed my turtles dark leafy greens like romaine lettuce. I don't want to lie to you, but it is a good idea. So I'm being honest with you because I like to be transparent. And they do like, which I haven't bought in a while, they do like crickets, believe it or not. The large crickets, they'll devour them, and I need to buy them. If I remember sometime to do a little video on that. And fish, which are these rosy red minnows, which I'll show you examples of it. And I'm gonna show you examples of my yellow-bellied slider going after these guys once I throw them in there. And like I said, we're trying to keep this moving along. Choosing a slider. Get from a reputable breeder or a reptile store. Here in South Florida, they don't pay me to say this, there's a place called Snakes at Sunset. Absolutely fabulous place to get you get reptiles. Look it up, look on Google, look at the Google reviews, find a place where you can get a reputable, because you don't want to just get any old, turtle, because it is, and I'll show you in a second, it is a time-consuming investment. So you definitely want to get it from a breeder or a reptile store that is reputable. Purchase, best to buy a captive bred than wild caught. As you know, unfortunately, humans do mess up ponds and lakes and rivers and whatever. So getting a wild caught turtle, you may not necessarily be the healthiest turtle, and that's the real reason to buy one. And I know, because I know I'm big on rescuing dogs. In this case, it's better to buy one. Truth, because you don't want to get a sick turtle from, unfortunately, humans messing up the lakes and rivers and streams. So it's better to buy one. Younger babies may cost $10 to $20. I bought mine about that size. You'll see her size in a minute. She was about the size of a US nickel, 5-cent piece. Adults can also cost you $60 to $100, which is not bad considering that they will look something like this. But they can definitely be higher depending on what you're looking for. And males, I have a female, and the reason I know I have a female is because when she fell about, I don't know, about 9 years ago, I found out from my vet when she was getting better that she was a female. So you'll see that her growth has been stunted, because a male can grow up to 9 inches and a female can grow up to 13 inches long, excuse me. So I did mess up. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. So that's why you really do need to do your homework before you buy a slider, because your life expectancy of a yellow-bellied slider is between 30 to 40 years, and mine is about 11 and a half years old, because I bought it on my 40th birthday, and I am 51 going on 51 and a half. So that is why it is critically important. And that, as I stop my mouth, and that is an overview of a yellow-bellied slider. And so now I know people love action shots we are going to feed Tuscany and the two red-eared sliders. That's why next time when I do the red-eared, I'm going to do this again, because I know people love action shots. And if you don't believe me, when you go to a sea aquarium or you go to an aquarium, people are like, when are they feeding the sharks? When are they feeding the dolphins? People love action shots. So I'm going to do an action shot and show you my friends eating. And like I said, I'm trying to keep this brief. And these are the minnows. These are rosy red minnows. These cost me $5, $5 US for 25 of these guys. And they usually go through them in about a week's time. So that is about a week's supply for them. Let's go out and see some action shots. All right, we are outside. Let's see what is happening. Let's see what's happening. There we go, Action Jackson. Here we go. That is the my yellow bellied slider. Her name is Tuscany. You see, she is out for some lunch. That is one of my red-eared sliders, but we're not talking about red-eared sliders. Here is, I'm trying to follow her. You see, she is excited. Notice again the yellow bellied. I know it's the obvious is never obvious. You'll see there that she is really, see, there's the yellow belly. There it is. And then you see that she's eating away. You see that there. You see like a cat. They try to corner the fish. You see that where you see it. There you go. There you go. You see it. We're gonna see. This is the Action Jackson shot, man. This is it, man. She is chowing away. That's why I thought it'd be a lot better to show this than there you go. Than to just say, hey, you know. No, there is a little collision course there. But that is her. And believe it or not, these, there you see, she's pushing the driftwood away. This is actually very good exercise for Tuscany, my yellow-bellied slider, because she gets to hunt, and as they do in the wild. And so that is, and we're going to try to show you up here, up top. You see how crystal clear that filter is? It's pretty amazing. Oh, look at that. Oh, you saw that, right? It was right there. So they love it, and after a while they're gonna get tired and they're gonna be like, well, that's enough fishing for today. And these are the two docks. You see my two turtle docks, my clear dock. I do have a thingamajig to make sure that they don't come out. But there you go. They are having a wonderful feast, and we'll focus. Oh, you saw that? We'll focus more on the red-eared sliders next time. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna do the same feeding thing because it's just a lot more fun. And she's like, why are you taking a picture of me? There is my yellow-bellied slider again. She is almost 11 and a half years old. Her name is Tuscany. It is a she. The other two red-eared sliders, I have no idea what sex they are. I don't want to lie. I'm shy. Don't do that. Again, we are going to talk about this filter. I absolutely love this filter. I have never seen a filter like this to do such a wonderful job. There she is. There she is. There. See, there she's smiling at you. And so there we have my good friend Tuscany. And she is chowing down. Absolutely chowing down on the, and like I said, you may say, well, how are those 25 minnows gonna last all week? Truth, within another few minutes, they will get tired of chasing these guys around. And then they're gonna be like, and then eventually, let's see, she's already getting tired of it. And she will eventually start, you see, she's huffing and puffing because these minnows are fast. And she's like, no more pictures. And that's why I wanted to show you an action shot, because they do get tired, and it's very good exercise for them to kind of chase around these minnows. And so there you go, 14 minutes in, and I will be quiet and I will let you go. Louis D. Fresh, I hope you enjoyed my little rendition of what is a yellow-bellied slider.